Blood Heir by Amélie Wen Zhao. Read for you by Emily Wu Zeller. To Mama and Papa, for teaching me to view the world with kindness, passion, and open eyes. 1. The prison bore a sharp resemblance to the dungeons of Anastacya's childhood. Dark, wet, and made of unyielding stone that leaked grime and misery. There was blood here, too. She could sense it all, tugging at her from the jagged stone steps to the torch-blackened walls, lingering at the edges of her consciousness like an ever-present shadow. It would take so very little, a flick of her will, for her to control it all. At the thought, Anna twined her gloved fingers tighter around the worn furs of her hood and turned her attention back to the oblivious guard several paces ahead. His Vereshki bull-leather boots clacked in smooth, sharp steps, and if she listened closely enough, she could hear the faint jingle of the gold leaves she'd used to bribe him in his pockets. She was not a prisoner this time. She was his customer, and that sweet rattle of coins was a constant reminder that he was, for now, on her side. Still, the torchlight cast his flickering shadow on the walls around them. It was impossible not to see this place as the fabric of her nightmares and hear the whispers that came with. Monster. Murderer. Papa would have told her that this was a place filled with demons, where the evilest men were held. Even now, almost a year after his death, Anna found her mouth running dry as she imagined what he would say if he saw her here. Anna shoved those thoughts away and kept her gaze straight ahead. Monster and murderer she might be, but that had nothing to do with her task at hand. She was here to clear her name of treason, and it all depended on finding one prisoner.
I'm telling you, he won't give you nothing.
The guard's coarse voice pulled her from the whispers.
Heard he was on a mission to murder someone high profile when he was caught.
He was talking about the prisoner. Her prisoner. Anna straightened, grasping for the lie she had rehearsed over and over again. He'll tell me where he hid my money. The guard threw her a sympathetic glance over his shoulder.
You'd best be spending your time somewhere nicer and sunnier, Mayadama. More'n a dozen nobles have bribed their way into Ghost Falls to see him, and he's given them nothing yet. He's made some powerful enemies, this Quicktongue.
A long, drawn-out wail pierced the end of his sentence, a scream so tortured that the hairs on Anna's neck rose. The guard's hand flitted to the hilt of his sword. The torchlight cut his face, half in flickering orange, half in shadow.
Cells are getting full of Amaphonites.
Anna's steps almost faltered. Her breath caught sharply, and she let it out again, slowly, forcing herself to keep pace. Her disquiet must have shown on her face, for the guard said quickly,
Not to worry, Mayadama. We're armed to the teeth with these fushk, and the Aphonites are kept locked in special black stone cells. We won't go near them. Those Damehofs are locked in safe.
Damehof. Demon. A sickly feeling stirred in the pit of her stomach, and she dug her gloved fingers into her palm as she cinched her hood tighter over her head. Aphonites were usually spoken of in hushed whispers and fearful glances, accompanied by tales of the handful of humans who had Aphonites to certain elements. Monsters, who could do great things with their powers. Wield fire, hurl lightning, ride wind, shape flesh. And then there were some, it was rumored, whose powers extended beyond the physical. Powers that no mortal being should have. Powers that belonged either to the deities or to the demons. The guard was smiling at her, perhaps to be friendly, perhaps wondering what a girl like her, clad in furs and velvet gloves, worn, though clearly once luxurious, was doing in this prison. He would not be smiling at her if he knew what she was, who she was. Her world sharpened into harsh focus around her, and for the first time since she'd stepped into the prison, she studied the guard.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?